Hey, what's going on YouTube? And welcome back to all my cloud scholars out there. I am glad that you have stuck with me through this series. In this video, we are going to be going through some type of, not some type of, but some alert types that you can have within the Azure portal. This is going to help you keep track of your spending. So we have budget alerts is what we're going to start off with. Then I'm going to jump into anomaly alerts. And then schedule alerts, we'll just kind of talk through with that one. So budget alerts notify recipients when cost exceeds a predefined cost or forecast amount. Budgets can be visualized in cost analysis and are available on every scope supported by cost management. So in the Azure portal, what I want you to do is go into your cost management, and you could go cost management for this is perfectly fine. And we're going to go to budgets. Now, right here, if we look at our scope, we don't have any budgets in this one. You have the option to change your scope. So right now I am in root management. I went to testing, but I can go back a little bit and I could just go here and I could change my scope and I can change it. And if I change it there, you will see that I already have a budget already created here. So what I'm going to do is just create another budget for you guys, right? And what I do with these budgets is I try to make sure, because I'm running this page and creating these videos for you all, and I don't want to spend too much money. There are times where sometimes I'll create a video and I'll finish the video late at night, and then I forget that I had it, edit the video, put it on YouTube, and all of a sudden, a couple days later, I see my Logic app or whatever is running me some money. So that's why I keep this there, because it's very easy, as I said in the very first video of the series, that it is very easy for you to forget about a resource and just continue working. So I'm just going to call this a budget for app team A, right? You have developers in your environment and you need to manage what they're running. We can change the date. So let's just say this initiative is running to November, and we can have it have the budget for May to November of the year, or you could change it if you want to extend that period. Right here, you have some filters. If you want to add some filters, we're not going to worry about that right now. And then over here, what we're going to do is we're going to say we're going to need $300, right? So $300 is an amount that we don't want to hit. So how do we set some alerts, right? So if we click over here, you see it has actual and forecast. So what does that mean? So when it comes to the alerts, you have the forecast, which is early warning. And then you have actual, which that should be an equal sign. Sorry about that. When money has already been spent. The best way of doing this is to have both for maximum awareness. So we're going to start with the actual, and it starts with the percentage type. So we can say 80%, and that gives us the amount, which is $240. And then over here, we can say forecast, right? And then here we can say, all right, at 60%, we are going to forecast. And then it says alert recipients. So alert recipients, you could put the email, right? So you could do something like Cloud Scholars Learning at gmail.com, and that's my email if anybody wants to reach out to me for any inquiries or anything like that. And then over here we have language. You can change the language that you want to put for that alert. So next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna click create. It's validating, and I'm gonna give it some time. Okay, that took a little while, but that's fine. We have our other alert there. So we have the monthly cost alert and we have our other alert, and it's gonna take a little while to kind of get that going. Now, the thing is, you can have multiple alerts if you want, and you can change the scope of your alert. So if I wanted to change it and I wanted to go to a specific management group, I can do that, and I can choose another subscription. So I can say one of these subscriptions is, I don't know, testing sub 1, and I can click select. And then here you see that I have no alerts here, and I can get an alert associated with testing sub 1 if I wanted to do that. So I'm going to jump back over here and just change back to my scope, and come back over here so we can see our alerts that are there. So now we've figured out how to do a budget alert, which is pretty simple. Let's go on to the next one that we need to talk about. So the next thing is anomaly alerts, which notify recipients when an unexpected change in daily usage has been detected. It can be a spike or a dip. Anomaly detection is only available for subscriptions and can be viewed within cost analysis smart views. All right, so back over at the Azure portal, what we're going to do is we're going to go back into cost management, and we're going to go down to cost alerts. Now, in cost alerts, we're going to come here to alert rules. And then here, we're going to change the scope. We're going to go straight down into a subscription. So I'm going to go into my root management group. I'm going to find a subscription that I can mess around with. I don't want to do Cloud Scholars. Let me do subscription 1. And I'll leave it there. Now that I'm in subscription 1, I'm going to add an alert rule. So here we have the option of anomaly, send an alert when an anomaly is detected. So essentially what anomaly is, hey, your cost has been exponential. It has took it a dip, or it has risen a lot more. So what Azure does, it's constantly looking at your environment and saying, okay, well, is this a part of the trend, right? So it's kind of like your bank. Your bank is going to look at your spending and say, okay, this is normal spending. And if it sees something that's abnormal, that's when they send you a text message or reach out to you and say, hey, we've noticed some activity in your environment. Anomaly alerts are really great because if somebody was to hack your environment and they were to start spinning up a whole bunch of things and trying to take over certain resources and move data and transfer it to another tenant, there's a lot of different things that hackers can do. Anomaly alerts are a good way for you to understand what's going on in your environment. So we can start this on May 1st, right? And we can change it until, and we can have a different date that we want. So we can move it back a little bit and put it to March of 2026. And subject cost analysis detected in subscription 1, perfectly fine. And then recipients, already has my recipients there because I have my email associated with it. And then you could put some kind of email saying anomaly has been detected. And I spelled anomaly wrong. So let me come over here. All right, now it's better. And then over here, you can say daily anomaly by resource group or whatever the case may be. And then, or you can just say subscription by subscription, right? Because we are at the subscription level. So I'll change that. And then you click create. And there you have created your anomaly rule for your cost management. Okay, so we created a budget alert and we created an anomaly alert. So the next thing that you can possibly do if you want to is right here is exports, right? So you would go into exports and you would be able to schedule an export where this way it could come out of your environment on a daily basis. So you can click in here, you have your different data sets that you can work with. You have your destinations, all that other good stuff. So if I go here to basic with the exports, if it will allow me to, let me close out of here and go back to basics, right? And I call this, I don't know, project. Well, that's fine. I'll leave it project X. And over here, you can create your own export. You can do a cost and usage. You can do a cost and usage. You can do a cost and usage focus. Like it has all this stuff here where you can use it, right? So I can click over here and then I could go ahead and I can actually start creating this setup. Now, one of the reasons why I really don't want to do that is because I have to pull it to a subscription. I have a storage account associated with and all the other good stuff. So that's one of the reasons why I don't really feel like going through this whole thing. But this is where you would set it up and go through it. It's pretty straightforward to do this. And you have your formats here where you can do Parquet or CSV. And if you come over here, it says select export file format. And then this way you can have your CSV come to your email account, so on and so forth. So in this video, we were able to cover budget alerts, anomaly alerts, and talk a little bit about schedule alerts for your environment. I think that this is a wrap. We've been running this video for a little while. It's probably going to go, if not 10 minutes, close to 10 minutes. So I want to thank you for watching. We have a couple of more things I have a couple more things to show you when it comes to cost management. Also going to talk a little bit about Azure Advisor and how that's such a great tool so that you can save money and then also help you with the right type of resources to use in your environment so that you're not overly using resources like having a higher class of virtual machines when you really don't need it and you're not really using the machine to its full throttle, and you're using about 30% of the CPU. You can definitely drop down and save some cost. So Azure Advisor is a really good tool, and I definitely want to cover that for you. But in the meantime, I hope this information I provided you is beneficial. If you haven't done so already, please smash that like and subscribe button. Here at Cloud Scholars, my goal is to get you from scholar to consultant and, of course, consultant to expert. Thank you, and see you next time.